Hello, cherished ones. Happy Halloween. So, today I'm going to talk a little bit about Halloween, and I'm also going to speak about Pluto. Pluto is the god of the underworld, named after the Roman god Pluto. He's also the ruler of Scorpio, and right now we are in the middle of Scorpio season. So, I want to talk about Pluto a little bit. Seems like a fitting day for it. And Halloween too. The origins of Halloween actually date back to the ancient Celtic festival Samhain. It's over 2,000 years old, and it is now that part of the world is known as Ireland, the United Kingdom, and northern France. They celebrated their new year on November 1st, and the Celts believed that the boundary between worlds of living and dead became blurred and was at its thinnest on this day. Ghosts returned to the earth. So it is to be said that ghosts are more prevalent on this evening. Halloween means the summer's end. It marks the closing of harvest season and the beginning of winter. And people used to dress up in costumes and light bonfires to actually trick the spirits into thinking they were spirits and ward them off that way by blending in almost, which I think is kind of, I just think it's neat that you're kind of blending in with, the spirits that way. That's why people dress up, or that's the original origin of it. 2,000 years ago was a long, long, long time. So, but that is where Halloween originated from. It's also known as Hallows Eve, and it is celebrated in 31 different countries across the world, from what I have researched. I thought that was a little bit. I thought there would be more countries that celebrated, so that may be false, but from what I understand, 31 countries celebrate Halloween. So now let's talk a little bit about Pluto. Now, Pluto, look at that. He almost kind of looks like the phoenix. Looks like wings above his head and feathers coming out of his hands. But he's kind of closed off. So Pluto means transformation. It also means rebirth. Like I said, it is the modern day ruler of Scorpio, and it is the god of the underworld. And it takes 248 years to traverse the zodiac. So, for instance, in 2008, Pluto went into Capricorn. It's been in Capricorn for about 14 years now, and as of March 23rd, 2024, it moves into Aquarius. Now, recently we just had a little blip of Pluto being in Aquarius, and then it went back to Capricorn. So it'll be in Capricorn for the rest of the year until March of next year. What they mean by traverse is the planets sit in the different zodiacs. So each planet has a different span. Pluto's happens to be 248 years to span through the whole zodiac. And so that's why it's been in Capricorn for 14 years now. Rebirth, one who descends to the underworld and returns reborn. So, a lot of times the underworld can be in your mind. I'm going to say that again. A lot of times the underworld can be in your mind. It's thoughts of obsessiveness. It's thoughts of unworthiness. It is a perpetual cycle of putting yourself aside, self-loathing. Those are all underworld traits. And Pluto is either the one who sends your soul to the underworld or greets them upon arrival. It is the Lord of mining, retrieving valuables from the deep within the earth, and Pluto calls to dig deep. Dig up whatever is worthy and bring it to the surface. Very much speaking of rebirth, transformation, taking your challenges, your tragedies, your heartache, and transforming that into self-empowerment. Don't hold on to the past. Allow yourself to transform. Step out of the power struggle and into self-empowerment. Find personal freedom from confining mindsets. So like I was saying, the underworld is mostly your mindset. How do you feel about yourself? Do you talk to yourself like someone you love? Do you set boundaries with people so they know how to treat you? Or do you just let them walk all over you? And the only reason why I bring that up is because I have gone through that transformation. I have been on the other side of that coin where I have no boundaries. I'm letting people do whatever to me, say whatever to me, treat me however, use me in whatever way they want to, and discard me when they feel like they can't get any more out of me. I have definitely been through that personally on several occasions because I did not learn my lesson, and nor was I enlightened on how to create strong boundaries for myself. And so I got to a point where I was unhappy and I was trying to find happiness in everything around me. I would do all these things in hopes that the person that I was doing them for would be, at an all-time happy, and I could almost, I don't want to say suck, but I could almost use that happiness and transmute it for myself. And then I realized that I am responsible for my happiness, and people pleasing is not going to get me to that space, and allowing people to trump all over me is not going to get me to that space. And sometimes when you are doing things for yourself, it's challenging, especially if you've lived a lot of your human existence people pleasing and boundaryless. Sometimes it can be a real challenge to speak up in difficult situations. It can be a very big challenge to not fawn and just let things happen because it's easier that way. Defending yourself, standing up for yourself, sometimes can be a challenge, at least for me personally. And I know that it can be a challenge for some people. Some people have no problem with it. Some people have no problem with standing up for themselves. And so we just have to remember that whatever struggle that we have, whatever challenges that we have, whatever downfalls that we have, we are able to take those lessons and transform ourselves into the best version of ourselves. Because that's what it is at the end of the day, being the best version of ourselves. Taking the energies that are around us at the moment and using those to guide us to find a positive light, to find that truth for ourselves, to stand up when we need to stand up. And we can. And that's why I am here to, first of all, explain the energies and explain the origins and help with self-empowerment. I mean, I have really been able to do it for myself, and any sort of inspiration or resonation that I can give you to help you, guide you, to be the best version of yourself is exactly what I want to do. And so with that, I hope everyone has a wonderful Halloween. Happy Halloween to you all, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.